So how many of you remember Kodak? No, I'm not talking Kodiak the bear, I'm talking Kodak the camera company.
Just pop in one of those tiny flash bulbs and shoot.
Dominant for many decades. They actually invented the digital camera, later to go bankrupt because they couldn't innovate a new business model surrounding the digital camera. Well, they have come up with a phone that's going to be released this week. Well, what is left of the Kodak company has tried to innovate itself and come up with a phone. It's called the Kodak Ektra, and it arrives just in time for Christmas. This bizarre device will go on sale December 9th in Germany, with other markets to follow. Specs for the Kodak Ektra include a heavy focus on photography, naturally, with a 21 megapixel fast focus camera with PDAF and OIS f2.0 aperture and a dual LED flash. The front-facing camera also sports PDAF and comes with a 13 megapixel camera and an f2.2 aperture. It has a full manual mode, a Super 8 VCR video filter, and scene selection hardware dial complete the picture. But the Ektra has an incredibly capable host of competitors already crowding the smartphone photography space. Other specs include Android Marshmallow right out of the box, a Deco Core Helio X20 chipset clocked at 2.3 GHz, 3 GB of RAM, and 32 GB of expandable storage, a 3000 mAh battery with USB Type-C and fast charging. Kodak also offers a fancy retro phone case, but for 69 euros, I should call it a bloody camera bag. All right, let's keep things moving along to the alleged leaks we found on the Samsung Galaxy A5 2017 edition. A few weeks ago, we posted an exclusive in collaboration with OnLeaks for the upcoming 2017 version of the A5. Now, Samsung has not officially announced anything, but we did find some new photos and a hands-on video. This time around, the video and renders come from a person named Neil Potgeider, who in the clip says he's doing a, quote, review of the 2017 Samsung Galaxy A5. However, since the phone hasn't been announced yet, let alone released, this review is likely a pre-production prototype for the phone. For example, the video shows the phone running on Android 6.0.1 Marshmallow, but it's more than possible that the final 2017 Galaxy A5 could have Android 7.0 right out of the box. Well, everyone loves bezel-less displays, right? Well, let's talk about Nubia. My Drivers has stumbled across a sleek-looking Nubia concept for a bezel-less smartphone. Along with this modern trend, the design also takes inspiration from phones of yesteryear, featuring a slider design to extend the compact form factor for calls and selfies. Much like Xiaomi's phone and the earlier Sharp Aqua's Crystal for that matter, the bezel-less panel allows the display to extend right to the edge of the top and sides of the phone to maximize the display. The concept's additional slide-down mechanism used to reveal the front-facing camera, flash, and speaker certainly make the most of the display and address the issue of the front-facing camera placement that we had with the Mi Mix. It also looks rather cool. The back of the phone is less exciting, but does show off a selection of customizable cases, including metal, wood, and even leather options. All right, before we go, we gotta talk about Cyanogen Ink. For those of you who've been following me for a while, you'll know that I have been covering Cyanogen for a while now, specifically the CEO, Kurt McCaster, and his bombastic ways. He was the guy who famously said that he was going to steal Android away from Google, that he was going to be the bullet to Google's head, crazy stuff, and he drew a lot of negative attention for it, also from me. Now, we heard from Steve Kondik, the co-founder of Cyanogen Ink, and he talked about the company's failings. We started Cyanogen Ink with the intent to bring Cyanogen Mod to more people and ship on devices right out of the box. I hired everyone I knew, including a lot of community folks, moved everyone to Seattle, and we got to work. We got the project in order after a few years of technical debt and started to have some successes with our first devices. And then things took a turn for the worse. Unfortunately, once we started to see success, my co-founder Kurt McCaster apparently became unhappy with running the business and not owning the vision. This is when the bullet to the head and other misguided media nonsense started, and the bad business deals were signed. Being second in command, all I could do was to try and stop it, do damage control, and hope every day that something new didn't happen. Now, I should say here that not all is necessarily lost. If you look in the link below, there's another link to this article where Steve Condit actually pleads with the community, specifically the ROM community and the mod community, to ask for feedback. If he could raise money and start over again fresh, what should he do differently? He wants to hear from the community, so you want to check that link out and contribute if you can. Meet Jeremy Shoemaker, otherwise known as Shoe Money, and he became famous for this photo where he showed off a check that he made from Google AdSense. And he's become so good at making online businesses that he made an announcement that he does not start a new business unless he can secure the business's name in a .com. Now, why is that exactly? Well, no domain name extension tells your story with the same degree of trust as a .com or .net domain name. .com and .net domain name extensions inject credibility into your online presence. And who doesn't want to be credible? And don't forget, you get 15% off when you use our coupon code ANDROID. When you think domain names, think domain.com.